evening. Good to have you with us here on the Urban Debate. We continue with our big focus on the Hathras case. And tonight, here at 9 p.m., I have very simple questions for the UP government. Why is the UP police intimidating the victim's family? Why are they keeping them away, intimidating them, or allegedly even threatening them? Are they trying to pressurize the family to change their stand? There have been videos that have emerged. There are testimonies from the family itself that seems to suggest this. Question number 3. Why has the family been confined, locked in their house, with the entire village completely sealed off, nobody allowed to come in or go out? Have their phones been taken away? And if so, why have the cops taken away the family's phones? Why is the UP government blocking the media from doing its job so blatantly, so brazenly, saying that for the next 1 week till the SIT is done with its job, we will not allow you anywhere around this place? Why is the victim's family barred from speaking to the media? Isn't it their right? Can the police really stop them? Is the UP police trying to hide some facts from the nation, and why? I will begin by telling you what happened this morning. As the media was blocked, nobody was allowed to go in. The entire village was completely locked up. One of the family members, desperate to reach out, came via the fields and got through to the media. He claimed that the police was trying to take away their phones. He claimed that they were being threatened. He also, in fact, claimed that some of them were beaten. Now, these are his claims. He said they were being pressurized to change their stand. And while we were talking to him, the police arrived. They saw some commotion. They realized somebody had reached out to the media. They arrived at the scene. And that poor young boy, 15-year-old cousin of the victim, ran away out of fear. The minute he saw the cops, he just ran away. Take a look what happened there.
The UP police personals have suddenly become active. These are the police personals, and this boy has to run. Imran would show you. This is the only option left for the family to run away. There you can see in the visuals. Imran would come here. There you come in the visual. This is a deployment which is being done by the UP police personals. क्या बोलने आए थे आप? किस पे चिल्ला रहे थे आप? नहीं किस पे चिल्ला रहे थे आप? आप चिल्ला किस पे रहे थे? किसी पे चिल्ला रहे थे? किस पे चिल्ला रहे थे आप? किसी पे चिल्ला रहा हूँ. Let's go and talk to the senior officials what they have to say. ये बताइए. This is another deployment which is happening here. These are the police personals who have come here. Sir, आप लोग इस्तीफा है कुछ
उच्च अधिकारी का आदेश
क्षेत्र अधिकारी का आदेश है. Again, the ऊपर से आदेश kind of drama is continuing. Wherever we have gone, we have been stopped, and not even us. Everyone from the media who wants to get voice of the people have been stopped, and these kind of barricades have been put in at every corner, and whosoever is attempting has been stopped.
प्लीज
सर यहाँ पे अकेले 2 लोग जा रहे हैं सर.
नहीं
144 लगी है, हम 2 लोग जा रहे हैं, हम मीडिया से हैं.
कृपया करके आप जो है उसके अंदर चलें आप.
Again, the same kind of incident happening, and it's utter chaos at this location.
Of course, this has now also become a big political story, and parties from across the country, chief ministers from different states have now spoken about it, commented and questioned the UP government. From Mamata Banerjee to Uddhav Thackeray, from Mr. Ashok Gehlot to Arvind Kejriwal. A little time ago in the national capital, there were massive protests, hundreds of people, political workers including, big politicians including, these protests demanding justice for the Hathras victim. Now, while I would say it's good that at least the politicians are focusing on the right issues, I'm also well aware that they're perhaps not really interested in seeking justice here, but scoring some political points and cornering their rival, the BJP. Nevertheless, since they want to pick up this issue and talk about it, I'm going to have some tough questions for all political parties as well tonight. Yes, We are demanding transparency and accountability in this case. Transparency and fair in the investigation, a fair investigation, a court-monitored investigation, because frankly, by the minute we are losing faith in the Uttar Pradesh police. But we also want to know from politicians tonight, how are you going to fix this system? Rajasthan, Maharashtra, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, no state is any better than what's happening in UP right now. So while you ask questions of the BJP, please tell us, who is going to overhaul the policing system in our country? Which government in Uttar Pradesh, whether it was the BSP or the SP or the Congress, which party when they were in power have actually attempted to bring in reforms in the policing system? Nobody, because it suits them to use the police as they deem fit. It suits the political system to ask the police to slap the UAPA law, to slap the NSA Act, to slap whatever stringent charges they want for whatever case they deem fit, and carry out the investigation. And it suits them to look the other way and then blame the police for lack of action, where in cases they don't care. Let's say good evening to the panelists who are joining us right now. Anila Singh, National Spokesperson for the BJP. Richa Singh, Spokesperson for the Samajwadi Party. Dr. Shama Mohammed, National Spokesperson for the Congress Party. Aarti Jairath, Senior Journalist. And Arvind Kumar Jain, former DGP of Uttar Pradesh, joining me this evening. Let me start by actually asking Richa Singh this question. Richa Singh, everybody, every politician who's raising questions today must tell us what did they do to reform the policing system when they were in power. रिचा सिंह, क्या आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है? रिचा सिंह, क्या आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
आप फिर से अपना क्वेश्चन रिपीट कर देंगे प्लीज?
जी, मेरा सवाल आपसे ये है, आज सारी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी सवाल पूछ रही है योगी आदित्यनाथ की सरकार से, पर ये बताएं कि ये पुलिस का ये हाल तो सालों से है, वहाँ कोई भी सरकार ने कभी भी इसको ठीक करने की कोशिश नहीं की, तो आज किस हक से हम सवाल पूछ रहे हैं?
जी देखिए, मैं एक चीज स्पष्ट करना चाहती हूँ कि समाजवादी पार्टी की सरकार जब 2012 से 2017 तक थी, तो पुलिस में बहुत सारे रिफॉर्म्स किए गए। अखिलेश यादव जी ने पूरी पुलिस को मॉडर्नाइज किया। 1090 वो स्पेशली फॉर विमेन सिक्योरिटी के लिए लेकर आए और बहुत सारे रिफॉर्म्स करने की कोशिश की गई। और लेकिन सवाल इस बात का है कि जब भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार 2017 में आती है, तो सबसे पहले उसने विमेन हेल्पलाइन को बंद कर दिया। पुलिस के अधिकारी लगातार सरकार के दबाव में काम कर रहे हैं। सरकार उनसे जितना कह रही है वो सिर्फ उतना ही कर रहे हैं। हाथरस की घटना में जिस तरीके से सरकार के दबाव में पुलिस काम कर रही है, तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा सवाल है कि पहले तो उस दलित बेटी के साथ हाथरस की उसका उत्पीड़न होता है, उसके साथ बर्बरतापूर्वक अपराध होता है, लेकिन उसके बाद सरकार किस तरीके से लगातार उस दलित परिवार का उत्पीड़न कर रही है, जिसके लिए उसने पुलिस को अपना टूल बनाया हुआ है। आप इस बात को सोच कर देखिए कि एक दलित परिवार जिसने अपनी बेटी खोई है, आज उस पूरे दलित परिवार को नजरबंद कर दिया गया है। हजारों की संख्या में पुलिस ने उस पूरे परिवार को घेर के रखा हुआ है। अभी भी एक सूचना आ रही थी कि पूरे परिवार के फोन सर्विलांस पर लगा दिए गए हैं। परिवार लोगों से बात नहीं कर पा रहा है, मीडिया को नहीं जाने दिया जा रहा है। तो ये सब बहुत बड़े सवाल हैं कि आखिर उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार पुलिस के दम पर किन फैक्ट्स को छुपाना चाह रही है, किस तरीके से पूरी घटना पर पर्दा डालना चाह रही है।
अनिला सिंह, क्या आप जवाब देना चाहेंगी? वुड यू लाइक टू रिस्पॉन्ड टू व्हाट रिचा इज सेइंग?
नहीं, अभी मैं सुन रही थी रिचा सिंह जी को, और ये समाजवादी पार्टी को यहाँ पे रिप्रेजेंट करती हैं, सो शी हैज टू एडवोकेट अबाउट समाजवादी पार्टी, अदरवाइज होल ऑफ द उत्तर प्रदेश एंड आई कैन से होल ऑफ द कंट्री नोज दैट व्हाट टाइप ऑफ कैरेक्टर समाजवादी पार्टी हैज. दिस पार्टी इज नोन फॉर द goons, the way they behaved during their tenure. Like there was no, I can say they were not even on the equal path amongst their family members as well. There was a fight and divide in the family of who is going to get more loot kaman, and they had established or they allowed to flourish the industry of crime and corruption. That is the characteristic of Samajwadi Party. That is why they were voted out. And thrice UP people have shown their trust with Bharatiya Janata Party. Now in this case, in Hathras case, I know the main problem, there is absolutely nothing to hide. No evidence, there is absolutely no truth when somebody says they want to hide some sort of evidence. That is why in the mid of the night, dead body was cremated. That was not correct. I have maintained this statement of mine that police should not have done this thing. At the mid of the night, they shouldn't have done this thing, and that is why action has been taken by Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh against SP, DYSP, Thana police station in charge. I think 8 people have been suspended in this case because they did wrong. Now here, if you ask me why media is not being allowed to meet the family, when I asked the local administration, they told me that it is the will of the SIT that since they are interrogating, they don't want any sort of interference or disturbance. So let us interrogate, and after that media can come in. This is what the local administration told me.
How do I believe you, Anila Singh?
One more
How
thing.
do I believe you and the UP police when the family is trying to sneak through the fields, finding ways, desperate to reach out to the media, hiding here and there, sending us videos, or risking their life by running through the fields to come and speak to us? A 15-year-old boy, the victim's cousin, somehow reached out and the police landed there and he ran for his life. How do I believe you that the media is being blocked for the sake of the investigation and not because you are threatening and brainwashing the family?
See, High Court has taken suo motu. So if you do not have trust in the system, if you do not have trust in the SIT team, then I am pretty sure that you are going to have trust in High Court. So I can say this only. I mean, the local administration is acting on the behest of senior officers. But initially, the action which was taken by the Hathras police was wrong. If I talk right from the Thana police station, when this girl came with her brother, right from there, till the cremation of the body, that is why SP Hathras is suspended in today's day, and even police station in charge. Total 8 police walas, they have been suspended by the Chief Minister. So I just want to say here that have trust in CM. If something is wrong, definitely he is going to take action against it. But the thing is, if you know about police or the local administration, these are government bodies and there is a system to do everything. I am pretty sure there is absolutely
Okay,
nothing
let
to hide.
me bring in another panelist very quickly. Yes, Dr. Shama Mohammed, the question to you as well. The Congress party seems to be protesting today about this one incident, but have we looked at the instances which are happening in any of the Congress ruled states? In which state have you tried to bring in any police reforms for you to now question the policing in Uttar Pradesh?
You have to give me some time because I have to also answer to what Anila Singh has just said. Now, rape happens, it's horrible, it's heinous, it's happening all over our country, and we have to take actions. FIRs have to be registered. Now, even in Rajasthan or India, FIR has been registered. Okay, I can tell you that. The issue here is the way things have taken place. I please ask the lady to shut her phone because it's disturbing. Now, here the issue is what happens is that what happened after that? The girl was there, the FIR was not registered immediately. The FIR was registered after 8 days. Then they take her to a hospital, not in Aligarh and not to AIIMS. If they had immediately taken her there, she would have been safe. Then, of course, like Miss Anila Singh has agreed, the cremation at midnight, which is never there in Hindu custom. Now she says that they have been suspended, those policemen. But let's not forget, there was a DM over there. The DM was saying clearly out there that, you know what, we've got the permission of the relatives and the relatives are there. So there is a DM who's lying. Now, what happens after that? She says about the cremation, it is wrong and we have suspended the police. Now, what happened after that is what we need to see. You have the DM. We have videos of the DM threatening the family, saying, listen, the media is there today. They will be leaving in some time, then we are there. Change the statement. That is one. Number two, the father meets Mr. Yogi Adityanath and then says that, you know, he releases a statement immediately saying, we're happy with the investigation. After a few hours, he comes out and says that I've been told to say that we are not happy with the investigation because the ADG has just come out and said that it is not rape because there is no sperm found in the vagina. Now, the ADG of Law and Orders does not have any idea that Criminal Amendment Act 2013 had amended IPC section 375, which says that an attempt to rape or touching the private part is also rape. So there is another lie. This is all happening after the police the incident after the cremation. Then you have what you mentioned about the boy. Then you have the brothers saying that our phones have been taken away. Now, why are phones being taken away? I didn't know that in an SIT probe, the phones have to be taken away. That is another thing. Then they've imposed section 144, did not allow Rahul ji and Priyanka ji yesterday to go up to meet a mother and father whose daughter they could not even see her daughter the last time before she was cremated. Isn't it our right to condole the death of that poor child? They were not allowed. They said, we'll go alone. They said, no, section 144 is imposed. But today what happened? Just an adjoining village 2 kilometers away had a congregation of the upper caste supporting the accused. So where was the section 144 then? What happened to the COVID protocol? How was that allowed when section 144? Today also they did not allow TMC MPs. They manhandled them also. They said section 144 is imposed. Now, why was the section 144 which was imposed not there in that village? So this shows that this is not just the police. This is CM Yogi Adityanath involved from the top. If the police has the audacity, if the DM has the audacity to lie, if ADG has the audacity to lie, is because Ajay Singh Bisht is involved. He has asked them to do what they want because he doesn't care about law and order. He was a criminal before he became a DM.
All right. Let me. I get your point, Shaba Mohammed. I have to go to our other panelists as well. I'll come back to you. I will come back to you. Yes, let me just go across to two of our panelists who haven't spoken so far. Please just hold on. I just want to bring in Aarti Jairath and then I'll go across to Mr. Jain. Aarti Jairath, minute by minute, is the conduct of the UP's government and the police giving us any kind of indication that there will be a fair probe, or are you like me also losing your trust in what is being done here?
Oh, completely. I don't think we can trust the UP police at all. I mean, it is absolutely astounding that Yogi Adityanath says that the Prime Minister has asked him to take strict action against the culprits. And the very next day, the ADG of police says there was no rape. There's no forensic evidence to suggest rape. You know, I mean, this is unbelievable. Is Yogi Adityanath even in charge? I mean, nobody's listening. The Prime Minister of the country is saying take strict action. The police are now trying to run away from the fact that there was a rape. You know, and it's not just rape. What about the brutal murder? The way her spine was broken. Is that not a crime also? Why are they just trying to escape from this rape thing? But, you know, Tanvi, I think you raised a very important point, and I can see that the political spokespersons of all the parties are running away from this question that you're raising about police reforms. Why have successive governments not instituted police reforms? This question of police reforms came in after the emergency, when the police were misused during the emergency. A National Police Commission was set up, which recommended a huge number of reforms, largely to free the police of political pressure and make it into an independent law and order agency. But none of those police reforms have been implemented by successive governments. And this is the basic problem. Look, crimes will happen. Crimes happen across the world. Crimes will happen in India. Unfortunately, we're seeing this huge increase in rapes, which is very unfortunate. And there are obviously sociological and economic reasons for this huge increase in rapes. But everywhere else in the world, at least the police investigates quickly, and criminals are brought to justice because there is no political interference in the way police function. But in our country, the police are meant to serve their political masters. In Delhi, for instance, you have more cops handling security than looking at law and order and, keeping peace in the city. So, look at the way the Delhi riots investigations has been going on. There's so many questions to be asked about the way the Delhi police is conducting those riots. So I think this is really the question to be asked today.
Correct.
What happened to police reforms, and why have successive governments of every political hue run away from this very critical issue, which is the main reason why we're seeing this horrible thing that is unfolding in UP.
Correct. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. And in fact, Mr. Arvind Kumar Jain will be able to tell us, more better on this, because he obviously has gone through the entire system. Why no political party, Mr. Jain, wants to implement these reforms? I mean, the Supreme Court has been extremely clear about what the states have to do. Not one state has implemented those reforms.
You had mutiny in 1857. I have been a student of history, modern history. You had Police Act was drafted in 1861 by the colonial powers to quell the rebellions, to silence the voice of critics. And we are still continuing with the 1861 Act. So what do you expect? There was clear order of five judges bench in Prakash Singh case that this has to be implemented. No state is doing it. The reason is absolutely clear. They want to keep the police under their thumb. They want the policemen to be accountable to them. They want the policemen to be accountable to the political parties. So you are churning out the same kind of people in police also. Right from the induction, people start behaving in this manner. Hathras incident has been very glaring. It's absolutely shocking the way the family of the victim has been treated, and it's absolutely shocking. And I'm told that DMSP and several others have been suspended by Chief Minister, and he has taken the right step. I'm told that DM was interfering and DM was behind all this. So this is not expected from a district magistrate. He's supposed to be a fatherly figure. Criminals, police should have gone against the criminals of the village, against the family members of those criminals. How many of them have arms licenses? Arms licenses should have been confiscated. Arms should have been confiscated. Licenses should have been suspended. Police outposts should have been established in the village on permanent basis along with PAC to provide protection to the family. So many measures are required. If somebody threatens the family, immediately a case should be registered and that person should be booked. So all these measures will have to be taken if we want to give justice to the victim.
Government of India के कुछ portal है.
Yes, absolutely. And before I go back to our political representatives, just very quickly to you, Mr. Jain, and maybe Aarti Jairath can also come in on that. The action that's been taken now, the suspension of the SP, circle officer, an inspector, and 2 junior policemen, is the suspension the right decision, or are they being made scapegoats for perhaps decisions taken by others and senior rank officials, including the DM, who's been, misleading us throughout? Mr. Jain?
I don't know. I was told that even DM has been suspended because my information is that DM is taking all the decisions there, and he believes that whatever he thinks is the law. So if he has not been suspended, it's shocking. He should have been suspended. The way he has been behaving with the family members, the way he has been threatening the family, the girl's father, uncle, and others, it's absolutely shameful.
You know, Tanvi, I'd just like to say one
Yes,
thing
in
about
fact,
these
he hasn't been. In the evening, there were reports that he might get, but so far it's just SP Vikrant Veer, Circle Officer Ram Shabd, Inspector Dinesh Kumar Verma, Sub Inspector Jagveer Singh, and Head Constable Mahesh Pal. These are the ones who've been suspended right now.
But
Yes,
I
Aarti,
think
go
there
ahead.
are a lot of, I think there are a lot of allegations against the district magistrate as well, and he was certainly present when the cremation happened, so he should also be suspended. But you know, my problem with suspensions is that these suspensions are a knee-jerk reaction to the kind of pressure that is built up because of media publicity and, you know, public demonstrations and so on. You know, a few months later down the line, when this incident is no longer in the public glare, those same officers will be reinstated and posted somewhere else. So, you know, how does a suspension matter? It needs to go beyond suspension. There needs to be proper punishment. You need to file a case. They should be tried in court for negligence and, you know, conspiracy or whatever the charges. You know, they need to be punished because they need to be treated like criminals. So a suspension is meaningless because we have seen again
absolutely
and again
right.
officers being suspended and then being reinstated and posted somewhere else, and some of them go on to even better posts than they held in the past.
Can I?
Oh, you are absolutely right, and I have always said this, Aarti, that it doesn't matter to us at all when you say somebody's been suspended, because that's just for posturing. And in a few weeks, in a few days, they will just be transferred out to another location. Never do we see any criminal action, any serious action being taken against any of these negligent cops. And I feel that's the part of the problem. That's a large part of this problem. Anila Singh, correct me if I'm wrong, if you can remember any recent instances of crime against women where negligent officials were prosecuted, booked, or anything beyond suspension and a mere transfer was done. Anila Singh?
I'll talk about suspension. Just now I was listening to Aarti ji and she said that suspension doesn't make any difference in the service of any officer. It does make because, you know, all the promotion, you know, of any officer, it depends on ACR. So if an officer is suspended, then it is mentioned in ACR. If ACR is not properly, there is a system, grading system. If it is not done properly, then he will not get promoted. So it does matter. Any punishment, it does matter. It is not like that if an officer is suspended, it hardly makes a difference. You know, so there is a procedure. I mean, if you are suspended, then inquiry is done. If you are through the inquiry, then only it may take 6 months, it may take 1 year, it may take longer. Then I have seen officers, after inquiry, I have seen officers getting terminated, and I have seen officers, getting the suspension charge cleared and getting posted as well. So we cannot say that for an officer, suspension doesn't mean anything. That is incorrect. And secondly, one more thing I want to make clear. I mean, usually people think, and this is the practice in all states, that officers, if I talk about police officers or administrative officers, especially if I talk about the police officers, like they have to act under the pressure of the minister, home minister or chief minister. It is not like that. They are not bounded. They are answerable only to the courts. Correct me if I am wrong. Mr. Jain is there. He can correct me if I am wrong. I am saying, according to my knowledge, limited knowledge, that these officers are answerable to court. And when somebody says that they are working under pressure, that is incorrect. If you do not want to work under pressure, you are more than welcome to go ahead and take leave, or you can request for your posting. So if they are continuing on that post, or if they are doing anything which they do not want to do, they are doing that thing from
I'm
their
sorry,
own
Anila
free
Singh, let me
will.
just say this.
And now when
Anila
the
Singh,
political
if you are
atmosphere,
telling me
10 more
that we
seconds,
should be satisfied with the fact, Anila Singh, if you are telling me that we should be satisfied with the fact that on an officer's record a suspension has gone when his fault has been to take the right away from a family to bid their daughter goodbye for the final time, to lie about an midnight cremation, to
Tanvi,
not
I
do a
told you
fair
the facts.
investigation, to
Now, if
mislead
you
the
want to
nation
discuss
about family and
I'm
what the
definitely
family's
going to
demands
discuss
are,
about
to
Hathras
threaten
case.
the
But I
family
wanted
and bully
to-
the
I
family,
wanted
and
to
you are
state
telling me
certain
that
facts
we
about
should
the
take solace in the
officers,
fact
police
कि
officers,
उनके ACR में ये चला जाएगा.
which are being
I am sorry,
wrongly-
that's not enough.
wrongly
Give me one example,
wrongly
Anila Singh,
presented
in a
on the
crime against
media
women
channels. And
case.
one more thing
Give
I
me
want
one
to say, I
example,
was
one
listening to
example.
Shama
All
Mohammed.
I'm asking
Allow
you.
me, Tanvi, I'm
Give
not
me
taking
one
your
example.
voice.
You can take the next 30 minutes.
तन्वी जी,
You can take the
अनिला जी
next
इस
30
बात का
minutes if
जवाब
you
कब
want, Anila
देंगी
Singh.
कि
If
उन
you give me
पुलिस
one
ऑफिसर्स
example
के ऊपर
where
FIR
for
हुई?
negligence, 1 minute please, 1 minute. एक minute.
उसके विषय में भी बहुत उल्टा सीधा बोल दिया. मैं एक चीज जानती हूँ कि अगर किसी ने कानून अपने हाथ में लिया है, गलत काम किया है, चाहे वो किसी भी जाति और धर्म से आता हो, गलत है. कानून से ऊपर कुछ नहीं है. अभी वहां पर
और जब पुलिस ऑफिसर्स कानून को तोड़ रहे हैं, उनकी जिम्मेदारी कौन तय करेगा?
They are behind the bars. आप ये नहीं कह सकते हो कि उनकी गिरफ्तारी नहीं हुई है. सारे के सारे जेल के
I'm
अंदर
sorry,
है.
you are not getting the point here. You are not getting the point here, Anila Singh. जांच तो आप बाद में कीजिए कि उस लड़की को किसने मारा, वो तो आप 2 हफ्ते में हमें जवाब नहीं दे पाए. There is no point in going on and on. There is no point in delivering a monologue here if you are not interested in having a conversation, Anila Singh. I am going to request you to allow other people to talk.
He didn't say कि हुआ ही नहीं. Even he understands the law. For God's sake, he is a very senior police officer. How
Can I come in?
like that? Do you think that he is fool? He doesn't know that what law is.
Sorry, what are you asking? What are you asking?
पहले टाइम डिक्लेरेशन में कि मेरे साथ
I want to ask-
हुआ तो वो माना जाएगा. उन्होंने एक रिपोर्ट पढ़कर बताई और बताया नहीं, इन्होंने बोला कि बलात्कार हुआ ही नहीं, पूरा ट्विस्ट करके रख दिया. मुख्यमंत्री जी ने बोला प्रशांत कुमार ने ये बोला है, ठाकुर को बचाना चाहते हैं क्योंकि अजय बिष्ट यही बोलता है ना अपोजिशन.
एक मिनट. Anila Singh, are you done with your rant? Will you now listen?
I'm telling you the
Have you seen the ADG statement?
That is your problem. यहाँ पे कोई सच्चाई सुनना नहीं चाहता ना. अब
Here is the fact for you. What are you denying? The ADG Law and Order on record has said there is no rape.
एक बार भी वाल्मीकि मंदिर नहीं गई होंगी, आज जाकर वहाँ पे
On record. Oh my God, I can't believe this. This is what happens, viewers, when the BJP spokesperson doesn't have a single fact. Here are my questions. Anila Singh can think about it and tell me if she wants to answer any of these questions with a fact. Please give me one example. Please now. You can listen to me or at least let me talk to my viewers. I am going to talk to my viewers now. Can I please speak to my viewers right now? Without any interruptions. I am challenging the BJP. And I do it every night, every time we pick up a case of negligence of the Uttar Pradesh police and the lies and the botch-ups of Uttar Pradesh police. Please give me one example of a crime against a woman in the state of Uttar Pradesh that has been botched up by the police and you have booked or sacked that policeman, criminally prosecuted that policeman or sacked him from his job. Give me one example. And I will agree that you are trying to clean up and bring about any changes. Secondly, if you didn't know, the ADG of Law and Order of Uttar Pradesh on record has said this. I don't know which ADG talks like this, but Mr. Prashant Kumar definitely does. This is his written statement. ADG Law and Order has, putting rest to all the speculation, said that forensic science lab report on vaginal sample of the 19-year-old girl of Hathras has revealed she was not raped. How does he say this? This is the conclusive confirmatory report after the prelim medical report is now conclusive and confirmatory for some reason. This is the conclusive confirmatory report after the prelim medical report and post-mortem that there was no rape committed. Shri Prashant Kumar said the FSL report has clearly said that no sperm or ova were found in the samples collected from vaginal swab. Somebody needs to update Mr. Prashant Kumar that that's not the only legal definition or sign of a rape. If there isn't a rape, show us conclusive evidence for it. You are the one who's filed the FIR for gang rape. It's your job to investigate. But please don't rush to dismiss anything on the basis of half-baked facts. I can also quote the medical report from the Aligarh Medical College where the girl was first taken, which on page number 23 very clearly says, sexual penetration, penis penetration, yes. Presence of semen, don't know. That's what it says. So please don't mislead our viewers until your own investigation into the rape charge is done. Now, समाजवादी पार्टी representative wanted to say something. ऋचा सिंह, आप कुछ कह रही थी, बोलिए.
जी, मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि अनिला जी ने इस बात से शुरू किया कि कुछ पुलिस इंस्पेक्टर्स का और सीओ का सस्पेंशन कर दिया गया. मैं अनिला जी से सवाल पूछना चाहती हूँ कि डीएम का सस्पेंशन क्यों नहीं हुआ? एडीजी प्रशांत कुमार, जिन्होंने एक बहुत ही गैर जिम्मेदाराना बयान ही नहीं दिया, बल्कि इस पूरे इंसिडेंट को, जिसमें अपराधियों को या तो उनकी बचाने की साजिश है, या इस पूरे इंसिडेंट में जिसमें पीड़िता ने, विक्टिम ने अपना डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन देकर कहा कि मेरे साथ रेप हुआ है, आपने अभी तक एडीजी प्रशांत कुमार के ऊपर एफआईआर दर्ज क्यों नहीं की? डीएम के ऊपर अभी तक एफआईआर दर्ज क्यों नहीं की गई? एसपी के ऊपर अभी तक एफआईआर क्यों नहीं दर्ज की गई? आप सस्पेंशन करके केवल एक पूरी तरीके से जनता को गुमराह करना चाहती है. और अभी जो अनिला जी कह रही थी कि योगी आदित्यनाथ जी, प्रशांत सिंह जी और फलाना, आपको पूरी अच्छी तरीके से अनिला जी पता है कि योगी आदित्यनाथ जी का कास्ट का जो प्रेम और अफेक्शन है वो उत्तर प्रदेश में एकदम खुला हुआ है. लेकिन सवाल इस बात का है कि हाथरस की घटना में पहले तो उस विक्टिम के साथ एक हीनियस क्राइम होता है, उसके साथ रेप होता है, और दूसरा फिर आधी रात में क्रिमेशन करके आप हाईकोर्ट के कॉग्निजेंस की बात कर रही थी. मैं आपको याद दिलाना चाहती हूं कि हाईकोर्ट ने अपने ऑर्डर में लिखा है कि आखिर ऐसी कौन सी जरूरत थी कि आधी रात बिना उसके परिवार वालों के आप लोगों ने क्रिमेशन कर दिया. हम किस उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार से न्याय की उम्मीद कर रहे हैं? मैं उस विक्टिम की मां का एक बयान आपके सामने कहना चाहती हूं, जिसमें उसकी मां ने यह कहा है कि जब इस उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार ने हमें हमारी बेटी का शव नहीं दिया तो ये हमें न्याय कैसे देगी? आप 2-4 पुलिस वालों के सस्पेंशन से आप अपनी पूरी जिम्मेदारी को खत्म कर देना चाहती हैं. अनिला जी, बहुत गैर जिम्मेदारी की आप बात कर रही हैं. आप एक विमेन हैं और आप उस लड़की के बारे में नहीं सोच रही हैं. और ये कोई एक घटना नहीं है. उत्तर प्रदेश में पूरी सीरीज एक की जिस तरीके से घटनाएं हुई हैं, बलरामपुर में बच्ची के साथ, जो बच्ची स्कूल में अपना एडमिशन लेने जा रही थी कॉलेज में, उसके साथ रेप हुआ, उसके हाथ पैर तोड़ दिए गए. और अगर मीडिया हाथरस में नहीं इन्वॉल्व हुआ होता, मीडिया ने इस पूरे मुद्दे को अगर इतनी पुरजोर तरीके से नहीं उठाया होता, तो आप सोच कर देखिए कि उस रेप विक्टिम को क्या न्याय मिल पाता. न्याय तो उसे आज भी नहीं मिल पा रहा है. एक बार उसका रेप हुआ मरने से पहले, और दूसरी बार स्टेट ने उसका रेप किया, उसके साथ जबरदस्ती की, उसका क्रिमेशन करके. आप इतनी गैर जिम्मेदारी की बात कर रही हैं. आपने अभी तक एडीजी के सस्पेंशन के ऊपर सवाल नहीं उठाया, आपने डीएम के सस्पेंशन की बात नहीं की, पुलिस ऑफिशियल्स के ऊपर अभी तक एफआईआर दर्ज क्यों नहीं हुआ है? आपको इस बात का जवाब देना चाहिए. योगी आदित्यनाथ जी अपने ऑफिस से बैठकर लैपटॉप से पीड़िता की क्रिमेशन की तस्वीरें देख रहे हैं. आखिर वो कब हाथरस के गांव में जाएंगे और वहां पे जाके पीड़िता के परिवार को इस बात का पूरी तरीके से अश्योर करेंगे कि आपको न्याय मिलेगा? आप मीडिया को नहीं जाने दे रहे हैं, आप जो है पॉलिटिकल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स को नहीं जाने दे रहे हैं, आपने पूरे परिवार को नजरबंद करके रखा हुआ है. अनिला जी, बहुत शर्मनाक है कि आप योगी आदित्यनाथ और उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार के इस गैर जिम्मेदाराना व्यवहार को डिफेंड कर रही हैं.
ठीक है, उनको जवाब देने दीजिए. फिर मुझे
Can I
मुझे
come in?
जवाब
It's been
देने
a
दीजिए, अनिला से
देखिए,
को जवाब
अभी
दीजिए।
आपने दो लोगों का यहाँ पे जिक्र किया, एक तो डीएम हाथरस के बारे में बोला और दूसरा प्रशांत कुमार जी जो एडीजी लॉ एंड ऑर्डर है उनके विषय में कहा है। सबसे पहली बात तो है यहाँ पर सबसे बड़ी आपत्ति हुई थी कि रात के अंधेरे में क्यों उस प्रकार से उस बच्ची का शव
एडीजी ने पीड़िता के डाइंग डिक्लेरेशन को गलत कहा है। एडीजी इतना गैर जिम्मेदाराना बयान दे रहे हैं कि लड़की का रेप नहीं हुआ है। आप कैसे कह सकते हैं? आपका एक बड़ा पुलिस ऑफिशियल आके कह रहा है कि रेप नहीं हुआ है।
आप बोलने क्यों नहीं दे रहे हो मैडम? मैं बता रही हूँ डीएम और प्रशांत कुमार दोनों
ओके ऋचा सिंह, लेट अस स्पीक।
लड़की का रेप नहीं हुआ है, आप इस बात को
वन मिनट प्लीज, 1 मिनट, 1 मिनट ऋचा जी। ऋचा सिंह, आप पहली बार मेरी शो पे आई हैं, मैं आपको एक बात बता दूं। 1 मिनट, कैन आई प्लीज स्पीक? कैन वी जस्ट हैव द ऑडियो डाउन फॉर एवरीवन? ऋचा जी, आप पहली बार मेरे शो पे आई हैं, शायद आपको पता नहीं, बट दूसरे चैनलों की तरीके से यहाँ पे चिल्लम चिल्ली नहीं होती है। हम एक दूसरे की और सबकी बात सुनते हैं। आपने अपनी बात पूरी कर दी, अब उन्हें जवाब देने दीजिए। यस, अनिला सिंह
जी, मैं आपको बता रही हूँ कि सबसे बड़ी आपत्ति ये थी और वाकई में बिल्कुल ठीक आपत्ति थी कि रात के अंधेरे में क्यों शव का क्रिमेशन किया, डेड बॉडी, व्हाई डेड बॉडी वाज नॉट हैंडेड ओवर टू द फैमिली। ये जो ऑर्डर था क्रिमेशन का, दैट वाज गिवन बाय द एसपी. So the action has been taken against the SP and right from the Thana police station where the girl and girl's brother went, and they were not treated well by the Thana in charge and everybody. So definitely police is responsible for that, and I have been very strongly and very clearly say that yes, it was wrong. जो गलत है वो गलत है। प्रशांत कुमार जी का मैं केवल इतना कह रही हूँ, वो मैं चाहूंगी कि वो सामने आके स्पष्ट भी करे। He was reading the final report which was given to him कि ये माफ कीजिएगा, ये फाइनल रिपोर्ट आई है। अभी आप बोल रहे हो कि डीएम को भी सस्पेंड करो, डीएम को भी सस्पेंड करो। अगर लगेगा कि नहीं उसने भी कुछ गलती ऐसा की तो वो भी सस्पेंड होगा। प्रशांत कुमार जी ने कुछ ऐसा एक्शन किया कि जो कि नहीं कर
जी, उन्होंने भी की है। मैं बता देती हूँ आपको, मैं आपको बता देती हूँ, शायद पता नहीं आपको उन्होंने क्या किया। उन्होंने आधी फुटेज लीक करी मीडिया को। डीएम ऑन कैमरा है अनिला सिंह, आप चाहें तो आपको और चीफ मिनिस्टर को हम भेज देते हैं। ऑन कैमरा उन्होंने मीडिया को बोला कि फैमिली वहाँ पे मौजूद थी, फैमिली ने क्रियाक्रम किया, अंतिम संस्कार किया, हम तो बस वहाँ पे खड़े थे और फैमिली ने ही सब किया। मैं आपको वीडियो उसका एविडेंस दे दूंगा। उन्होंने वीडियो शेयर किया जो कि बाद का है, जो असली वीडियो है वो बाद में बाहर आया, जो हमने ढूंढ के निकाला। जो वहाँ पे दूसरे चैनल्स के रिपोर्टर, लड़की रात भर खड़ी थी, उसने रिकॉर्ड किया। जो हमने दूसरों से जो छुपे थे वहाँ पे लोग, उन्होंने रिकॉर्ड करके दिया, हमने वहाँ से निकाला। सच्चाई वहाँ से निकली कि पुलिस वालों ने सब किया। जो एक बूढ़े दादाजी बाद में पहुँचे, वो अपनी ग्रैंड डॉटर जो मर चुकी है उसका अंतिम संस्कार करने के लिए चाहते थे कि कोई तो परिवार वाला वहाँ पे हो। अब क्या करें जब पुलिस वालों ने सब कर ही दिया है, कोई तो चला जाए, एक लकड़ी डाल के आ जाए। ये झूठ डीएम ने बोला है, ये ऑन कैमरा है। तो आप यहाँ पे बैठ के उन्हें डिफेंड मत करिए, क्योंकि उन्होंने हर स्टेज पे मीडिया को मिसलीड किया है, ब्लॉक किया है, झूठ बोला है। और सारे डिसीजंस जो लिए गए थे वो खुद वहाँ पे प्रेजेंट थे। वो खुद गए हैं फैमिली के पास मीडिया को ब्लॉक करने के बाद, बोलने के लिए कि कल मीडिया चली जाएगी यहाँ से, हम रहेंगे, सोच लीजिए अपना बयान बदलना है कि नहीं, हम भी शायद बदल जाएंगे। ये डीएम ने बोला है। ऐसे बिहेव करते हैं इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बीच में, ये बातें बोलते हैं जाके फैमिली को। आपको लगता है फैमिली झूठ बोल रही है, उन्होंने रेप का केस बनाया है, झूठ बोला है, दूसरों को फंसा रहे हैं। आप इन्वेस्टिगेशन करके दिखाइए, आप पुलिस को बोलिए, एविडेंस लेके आए कि आप फैमिली पे दबाव डालेंगे अपना बयान बदलने के लिए। ये करता है डीएम, और आप कह रही हैं डीएम ने कुछ नहीं किया। अगर वो खुद की मर्जी से नहीं कर रहे, कहीं और से उनके पास ऑर्डर आए, तो उनको सस्पेंड होना चाहिए। बट प्लीज डोंट टेल मी a head constable, please don't tell me that a head constable and a sub inspector are the ones responsible for every lie, every cover up, every misleading information that has been given by the police and the civic administration. Please don't tell me that the decision to block the media out, to mislead the media, to lock up the family inside, to pressurize the family was made by a head constable or a sub-inspector. Please don't tell me that the decision to set the dead body ablaze, I won't even call it a funeral, एक ritual नहीं हुआ, उसके ऊपर डीजल डाला गया. ये मत बोलिए कि ये कोई हेड कांस्टेबल का काम हो सकता है. सबको पता है डिसीजन मेकिंग कहाँ होती है. Shama Mohammed wanted to make a point. Thank you for patiently waiting. Go ahead, please.
Yes, it's been 45 minutes. It's real a lot of patience to wait like this. Now, I have a couple of points. She has not yet answered a very important question I posed to her about why the Section 144 was not applied when those people, upper caste people, congregated. This clearly shows that they do not want anybody to go there. They are trying to hide things. It's very clear. That's why they're not allowing any politician to get there. Otherwise, there would have been a Section 144 imposed there. That is point number one. Point number two is yesterday there was another child which was killed, raped and murdered with bricks, again to show that here the case of the upper caste and the Dalit comes in because her body was battered. She was a Dalit child. So this is again showing that there is definitely one, of course, the rape of women happening, then increased crimes against women and also increased crimes against Dalits. Number three is, let us not forget who is the police reporting to. Who is the Home Minister of Uttar Pradesh? Again, it's Ajay Singh Bisht. It is Yogi Adityanath. That is the problem here. The problem is if we are having this SIT probe, if we want a free and fair investigation, Mr. Adityanath has to step down. Unless he steps down, there is not going to be any free and fair investigation because, like I said, I'm going to repeat it, it is not after the cremation. Also, there has been a lot of discrepancies. Like you mentioned also, let us not forget, like she said, there is the dying declaration of the girl who said that she has been raped and also the mother who found her child naked, bleeding from the eyes, bleeding from the mouth and bleeding from the vagina. So these are all evidences. And where does those evidence go? Now, and another important thing is I want to know today from Anila Singh, why is the Women and Child Minister who is speaking in the United Nations and saying that there is empowerment of women not said a single word? Isn't it her duty? Where is the Prime Minister who goes and asks for vote and tells people, remember Nirbhaya when you vote? Remember Nirbhaya when you vote. Where is he? Not even one tweet, not even one single word of condolences to that family, a word of comfort for that family. Not one. They did not even see their daughter. She was brutally murdered and raped. Nowhere is the Prime Minister there. I want to know why he, who is a member of parliament from a Lok Sabha seat from UP, has not said a single word. Where is Mohan Modi today? And then you question us on everything. Here is, when we are not there, you say, where is the opposition? When the opposition is out there speaking up for these people, we want justice for them. We know there is a cover-up. That's why no political leader has been allowed to get inside over there. No reporter. She says there is an SIT probe. SIT probes have never happened before in our country. Reporters were not allowed. Why are you hiding reporters? Because you're trying to cover up the evidence. Because Yogi Adityanath is the one who gave the orders to cremate that night. That is the reason. Yogi Adityanath is a Thakur. He's making it sure that, you know what, I take law into my hands. He took so long for all these things to happen, to file the FIR, took some 8 days. But the police had arrested Priyanka Gandhi ji and Rahul Gandhi ji immediately. There was no time, you know, why don't you allow? Why don't you, if you have nothing to hide, let the reporters meet the family. Let the politicians meet the family. Even your own party member, Mrs. Uma Bharti, said, why are you stopping politicians from meeting them? I find it shameful that Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi says this is political tourism. What are you saying? Your own people, Smriti Irani was protesting in 2012. Where is she now? Where are your women ministers? Where is Nirmala Sitharaman? Not a single word.
Okay.
Where is Maneka Gandhi? So we want to know that what are you going to do if Ajay Singh Bisht is going to resign or not. Unless and until that man resigns, we are not going anywhere in this probe because he is the one who has ordered these things to happen. This is the problem here. And you know that they've also been recording phone conversations of journalists.
Let her respond.
Tell her about Section 144. Respond
Let
on
her
that
respond.
first.
Yes, Shama.
Why was not imposed?
All right. I thought that Dr. Mohammed was
Respond on section 144.
Disappointed. Just now she said, "Where is Mon Narendra Modi ji? Where is he? Why he is so quiet?" Melodrama. Dr. Sharma Mohammed, don't you understand the one simple fact that law and order is a state issue? Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, he has to see in this matter. Chief Minister of Rajasthan, he has to see into this see the matter. And what does he say? When two Dalit girls, they say that we are raped, and their father, he's running from pillar to post requesting police walas, please file FIR, my girls have been raped, and your chief minister says, वो अपनी मर्जी से गई थी, उनके साथ कोई बलात्कार नहीं हुआ था. This is the statement given by Mr. Gehlot, Chief Minister of Rajasthan. And Priyanka Vadra and Rahul Gandhi, they are mum selectively. This is called politics, madam. Uttar Pradesh is a state. It has a population of a country. 24 crore people reside here. And do you think that UP Chief Minister, who doesn't have any family to rear, he is going to do anything silly like what Mr. Gehlot did? And you are telling that we should not do selective politics on it because this girl was from Dalit. So, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, he told police walas to cremate her at the mid of the night. And he is supporting the accused who are behind the bars, who went to behind the bars within days. The main accused was behind the bars within days.
Anila Singh, you haven't answered the question.
This is the working of Chief Minister of Uttar
Anila
Pradesh.
Singh, you haven't answered the
He is
question.
crime in our state, and he will keep on doing that. Whatever you say, whatever melodrama your party walas do,
Okay.
we are
No,
on
the
board.
crime hasn't reduced.
But tell your leaders that they
The
should
crime
not
has
do
not
politics
reduced. The
on
crime
this.
against women has definitely not reduced.
Chhattisgarh, Punjab, Rajasthan, Maharashtra.
Anila
also.
Singh,
NCRB facts, they
take a
tell-
deep
they-
breath.
they tell.
Anila Singh, take a deep breath.
Is the state where... Tadvi, you're saying something, sorry.
Okay.
Can I answer that?
You haven't answered the question. You haven't answered the question. Is the section 144 only for media and opposition? What happened to the sabha that was being conducted right there by people of
I
the
don't know.
upper
I mean,
caste?
she is saying, no? She is saying.
See?
Congress party,
It is there.
Congress party is full of liars.
Can I come in on this? Can I come in
I
on
mean,
this?
they
You are saying there was no sabha.
They will take out some video.
This is Sabha. Lying on national television.
These
lying on
then they will put it on
television.
social media. This is a party
Well,
of
it's
liars. They keep on lying.
television.
Keep on lying.
Tanvish is lying on national television. Can you
Okay,
believe
I am
this, Tanvish?
completely out of time.
I want to reply in Rajasthan. I want to reply in Rajasthan.
I don't know what to say. I think everybody knows. I think everybody knows what happened. In fact, there are reports also coming in what is happening inside Hathras even now in the evening while the media is being kept out. I'm sorry, ladies, I'm completely out of time. I will have to interrupt here. Shama Mohammed, Richa Singh and Anila Singh, thank you for joining us. Thank you to Aarti Jairat and Mr. Arvind Kumar Jain as well who joined us. Here is a very simple fact, viewers. We are only doing our job of bringing to you the versions of the crucial people linked to this case. The family, father and the mother and brothers. We don't know about the accused much because the police won't tell us. And then we question the DM and the police who's investigating this case. I don't understand what was the need to throw the media out, to block the media. It only goes on to show that you are doing something inside that village that you don't want us to know or show to the whole world. You feel this is a fake rape charge? Prove it. You feel that there is something else going on, wrong people have been named? Prove it. But at least be transparent about the investigation that you're doing. At least stop lying to us about what the family is saying. At least stop locking up the family inside their own homes, cutting off the entire village from the rest of the country. That's not how a fair investigation, that's not how policing is done. Definitely not in 2020. And I hope that when the Allahabad High Court takes up this case and hears all sides, I do hope that they find a way of ensuring a fair investigation Let the truth come out, whatever it be. Let those be punished who have misled the nation by lying to us. Let those be punished who took away the right of a family to carry out the final rituals for their daughter. Thank you so much for joining us on this conversation.